Hi and welcome to another episode of Top Volts, and today we're going to be looking at this BRM. This is the C51, first released in 1975, part of their 16th edition catalogue. So this is running the Johnson 111 motor, and completely open on the underside, so open chassis. The models sort of during this 1975, you know, either side of it, you know, 74, 76, they started to simplify the molds quite a bit on these cars by leaving the underside completely open, and also like the detailing, sort of there's less color, less chrome about the place, but they still ran pretty well on the track. You know, the Johnson motor does deliver a good steady amount of power. This one needs a new guide and some new braids on there as well, so we'll swap that out. But overall, the gears are in good condition. It's nice to have the fairings still in place, because these do tend to get lost. Or, you know, when they put them together, they don't actually fit these up because they are just sat there loose. As most of these early Formula 1 cars, they made the rear fairings loose, so they didn't snap any of the body shell or the chassis. But overall, this is in quite good condition. Even the motor looks pretty good. It's possibly the original bearings, plastic bearing there. So what we'll do then is we'll take the guide off this, put a new one on it, and we'll give the motor a small drink of oil, and then give this a run up and actually see if this is still actually working. So I've got a new guide here with the braids already on there, so we'll take this one off. So this should literally just pull straight. Perfect, that's it. So what we'll do is we'll just take off that front axle, put that to one side, enable us to just swing that around. If I just grab a tool, we'll just pop these pins out. So remembering red to the right. Okay, so we'll put that to one side. Just place them back in there. So I may need to use a pair of pliers possibly to push these back in. So just use these pointy nose pliers. Just get a bite on that. Okay, that's quite stubborn. Been a bit fiddly. Okay, I think I'm going to change this. So I decided to swap these pins out. They didn't want to push into the guide, so I'm just going to just compress that just to release the wire. Perfect. Just going to strip a little bit more off that. I do the same with this one. We just re-pinch it so it releases the wire. That's one side. Just going to strip that back a little bit further. That's great. We'll literally just slip that over, and I tend to like to return the wire back onto the pin. If I can help it, I won't compress the new pins. Just makes life a lot easier for servicing. Just slide it over and just fold the wire back on itself. And then remembering red to the right. Now hopefully these should push in much nicer. Yeah, that's perfect. Just turn that back in. Perfect. That sits lovely. Just want to make sure we just push those to one side, just so they don't catch anything. And then we put the front axle back on, which in turn holds the wires back from the guide. Okay, so that's all back together. Just make sure that's pushed around enough. Once again, just be careful with these wires because they can be quite brittle because of their age. So we're going to give this motor just a little drink of oil. So the first bit of oil just up by the spine of the motor. And again, just under the pinion. And then we just turn that in. Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll give this car a little run up just to make sure the motor's operating it should, and what we've done with the guide and the new braids actually works. So we're to start the volts low, just allow the brushes as well just to find their ground again, because I don't know how long it's been since this car has actually been run. Okay, so we'll start the volts low, slowly increase. So we just turn the power on here. Just going to lift the rear wheels up a little bit. Just bring that on. Okay, so that come on quite nice. Just going to slowly increase the volts. Okay, so that's running quite nice. Okay, we just bring those down. So that's running perfectly. Okay, well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed the content and found some of the tips of use. As always, if you have any comments or information on this car that you would like to share, or any helpful information that you think might be of use, please do leave it down in the comments section. I'll try my very best to get back to you. But thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.